What is up, guys? What is up? What is up? What is up on our news streams? Since we had a few live streams of the weekend, and I made this one a members only can comment stream, but so in that case, it'll probably be a short stream, and we'll go ahead and do like again our second news stream. So we have some news stories to go over today, and then we'll get your opinions and thoughts. And then we'll go ahead and have if there's any members on. If there's any members, we'll have an Ask Me Anything at the end. But wait for a couple of minutes, then we'll go into our first news story of the day. We'll go for the first news story of the day here. And this is going to be about Epic Universe. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and share my screen. As the thing below says, everyone can watch, but only members and super chats may comment on this particular stream. So let's go ahead. Share screen. All right, so this is yours truly. Epic Universe expansion gears up for construction. These photos are from BioReconstruct. New images from our pal BioReconstruct on X show the construction materials are being staged for new expansion in Epic Universe. Since supposed to be green, we were hoping for a new Wicked Land, but the reality is much simpler than that. This was notice of a commencement for universal renting construction equipment. Now here is the permit for P915, which is at Events Center. Yeah, that Event Center. Now I was saying, my goodness, this is likely these new supports here are likely for the P915 project. But I guess it's not. It may not be for P9, maybe for something else. In the Epic Universe property, so I'm not sure. But only thing like construction wise that can go vertical. That I know of is the event center, but they would also have to dig deep and do foundations for them. They haven't done that, so I said this is likely for the P915 project in my article, but they haven't dug any foundations or anything, so maybe it's not. In which case, maybe it's for like a retaining wall or something we don't know yet. But they did rent a crane. That's what that from the Bayo brothers. That's what notice of commencement says there. So we'll see. We will see when the crane comes on site. What new developments come about. There have been no permits or other permits or anything recently for that's just to be constructing something. I mean, there's been some stuff that talk about the 37 acres of Epic Universe and stuff like that, but there's been like nothing. Like we don't know what this could be. Doing a couple of things while I guys. Yeah, we don't know what it could be. We'll be watching this for sure. But let's go take a look. Let's just kind of talk about Epic Universe expansions real quick and what they mean, what they could do. We have the P915 event space coming, right? And then we have the Mark Woodbury talking about expansions as well in the future. We have massive expansion. Massive expansion plots and more. So who knows what is next for Epic Universe and when the next new attraction may come. I feel like it will come sooner than we think because Epic Universe definitely has like capacity issues because the rides, I mean, the lines are so long and not like they're selling a lot of tickets. The lines are so long, and then they also need some more indoor rides because when it rains, a lot of the park has to close. So, um, it'll be interesting to see what expansion comes next, whether it's Nintendo expansion or Dark Universe expansion, or if it's whatchamacallit, Harry Potter expansion. Let's go to our next story of the day here. Remember, everyone can watch. Make sure to like the video, but only members and super chats can comment here. The next video here is again about Epic Universe or Universal Orlando, and this is an unfortunate situation here. A couple of buses caught fire. Luckily, they were parked and no one was in them. But yeah, let's go take a look at this story again from Bio Reconstruct here with these badly burned buses. One you see one's much longer than the other here. This is not a bus depot, the Universal Orlando bus depot, and something happened. Must the battery exploded or something. These are electric buses, and yeah, they just totally caught fire, which is a few $100,000 worth of damage there. But the good thing is that no workers, no guests got hurt in this scenario. Earlier today, 2 Universal Orlando electric buses caught fire. The buses were at a nearby bus depot, so luckily no one was in the buses, and therefore no one was injured. It's unknown what caused the buses to go up in flames. You can see here from these photos, the buses were parked at the maintenance depot for the incidents. West News reported that firefighters got the initial fire out quickly, leaving just a smolder on the buses, which is good. Smoke was visible all the way from Epic Universe, and it's funny, ironic, out of all the lands that the smoke was covering, it was behind Dark Universe, which fits that theme a lot, scarily so. So that is what is going on there. Oh. But yeah, luckily again, no one was injured. They got all that done, and it's pretty good. And awesome. There were other buses parked on the property, but not nothing. No other vehicles were damaged, which is quite nice. So that is good. I still don't know what caused the fire. Probably just probably something with the battery. And those buses will certainly get replaced. All right, so let me go back. Next story here. New permits filed for Walt Disney World projects. Yeah, Walt Disney. Josh Schreier wasn't kidding when they said turbocharge, because new permits filed over the past last week have really showed turbocharging in all aspects, from the DVC projects to the theme park projects. Let's see what new. There's about 5 new notice of commencements filed last week. Let's see what each one was all about. Today, Disney has filed multiple permits for ongoing project at Walt Disney World. A new notice of commencement to install a new fence on portions of the project site has been filed. And this project site is I think this is this is the Beyond Big Thunder, I believe. Another notice of commencement for general construction in the area is filed. This could relate to the joining of Rivers of America and other associated work on what was Tom Ford's Islands. Yeah. So this was filed for putting a fence around the project site for Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer's Island, and then this is for general construction in the same area, which again could involved the draining and demo of that area. And what they're building here is Piston Peak. Include 2 rides, an e-ticket ride, boom, an e-ticket cars ride, and a smaller family-friendly attraction. Now, before I continue, I'm going to touch on Main Street Paul's comment. Thank you for watching Main Street Paul. And I know you're a gifted membership, and the gifted that the super chat code, by the way, still applies. I'll give out 5 memberships if we get 10 super chats. So let me go ahead and put that goal on there right now. Let's see. There's the super chat goal. So we get 10 super chats, gifted memberships. I'll give out 5 gifted memberships here. If we get 10 super chats. So that is our super chat goal right now. Going on. Okay, so yeah. I'm surprised the Oogie Boogie Bash tickets are still on sale as of right now. Not Scary Farm tickets are on sale. So yeah, Not Scary Farm tickets are on sale. And I'm not surprised Oogie Boogie Bash tickets are on sale still. Just like with many of Disney's offerings, the prices go up and the value either goes down or stays stagnant. There's no new offerings. That Oogie Boogie Bash is about $169+. That's a lot of money. And I went for my first time a couple of years ago, and I paid $169. And honestly, it wasn't worth it to me. Fun event for like the kids and cool to see. There's a bunch of meet and greets, but there was no World of Color villainous or anything. Nothing. There was not. It was not worth $169. That's 3 Horror Nights tickets, or in some cases 4 Horror Nights tickets. When there's a lot more to offer, not just the Halloween Horror Nights houses, but they have shows and walk around characters. There's even games. So Disney just gives me a whole bunch of candy, which I didn't even eat. And I like the apples though they gave. That was nice. But they said it was sold out, but there's like barely anyone there, I felt like. Which I know they do that to cap capacity, but I mean, I went through things multiple times. Arrived late. I ate dinner and still went through things multiple times. Meet and greets multiple times. So it really was not worth $169. I think we're finally starting to realize that. There are other events that are much better during Halloween that give you more value, even for the kids. Like if you go to Knott's Berry Farm and Not Spooky Farm and Camp Snoopy, right? And if you go to Six Flags, they have a little daytime thing now for the kiddos during Halloween. So I mean, there's just so much, and even Disneyland itself for a $169 value, which is literally the value of a ticket on some days. So, the value of a ticket on some days we can go up to 16 hours, 8 a.m. to midnight. During Halloween season, they offer more value at Disneyland or California Adventure with the ride overlays, and especially at Disneyland again, like I said, with the photo ops and the Haunted Mansion Holiday, and the California Adventure offers some good stuff as well without having to go to the party. And so even Disney, the very own theme park is still outdoes itself on its own event. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Okay, thank you to the 5 people that are here joining here. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to participate in the chat, you can do super chat, or you can go ahead and become a member for those $5 a month here. And yeah, we have lots of great perks to the members only podcast that'll be coming up soon. I'm not going to give big matches here or the following years. I'll be moving overseas by the end of the year. I'll be moving South Korea. Wow, that is a pretty awesome spot. Maybe you may be home to Universal Park, maybe coming near you in the next decade or so, a couple of decades or so. But yeah, South Korea is a pretty cool spot. I've never been, but definitely on a bucket list. What's up? Hello, Robert Parsons. Thank you for joining on this lovely chat here. Members only comment here. Hope you're having a great time. Right now, we're talking about some Walt Disney World permits. We love, and yeah, thank you for reminding me, Robert. I here I'm gonna make some new custom emojis over the next few weeks here for the lovely members to, we gotta see we guys can use in the chat as well. But yeah, so Oogie Boogie Bash can't do it. It's just they gotta like offer more. Even Villains Grove, while that was certainly the best thing of the event, I wouldn't pay $170 for that. And especially if it's something I experience over and over again, I wouldn't go ahead and keep paying the same amount for that without something new. So maybe this year Disney will finally learn their lesson, since there's still tickets available in almost August now when the event starts, and still lots of weeknight tickets available. So hopefully Disney will learn the lesson, add some more stuff to justify the cost increase. Yeah, back over here at Magic Kingdom. Yeah, so they're hard at work here at the Piston Peak here. This is with the e-ticket attraction. Here's the newest version of the concept art here. Looks like they have some sort of new river, which is awesome here. A lot more water features than the first piece of concept art, which is great. Can't wait for this. I'm actually excited for it. And the river's already gone, so this could have just as much water as the river for all we know, and be really, really cool and add some capacity and some more rides to the park. Over at Animal Kingdom, 2 notices of commencements have been filed for the Tropical Americas project for the installation of construction trailers. Yeah. And then this is what this project will look like. Right now, they're hard at work on the Encanto plot of the land. On September 2nd, the Boneyard will close for the carousel portion. Then in 2026, Dinosaur will close for its transformation to Indiana Jones. It's just like a light retheme to me, but it'll all be open by the fall of 2027, Disney says. So that's pretty quick. I mean, they're moving and grooving on this project, and one of me has to have all of that open in just a couple of years, and then hopefully the Magic Kingdom stuff open in 2028. They can start on Villains Land. That should open in 2029, hopefully. Remember, Josh Tomorrow said everything announced at D23 will be open in 5 years, which 2024, all of it was announced, so 5 years is 2029. Even the stuff here in California, and it makes sense. Avatar's going to start next year, so it should open in 2029. Coco's can start in a couple of months, so that should be open quickly, and Avengers Campus will certainly be open by 2027. So that looks like Josh is going to make do on his promise, which is awesome. And then another permit filed, but for the new DVC Reflections Tower, and this one, notice of women states that signage will be installed on the tower soon, so it must be coming close to completion. Here's what the DVC Reflections Tower looks like. A nice modern tower. I know people have mixed opinions on it. I think it looks quite nice, though. So that's what's happening there at Disney World. So this is all, by the way, on my own website, themeparkwizard.com, which also has a ride refurbishment calendar. That's right. If you want to know what rides are under refurbishment, you can go right here, and so you can stay up to date on attraction closures. It's taking a long time to load, and they'll show you what ride will be closing, and some other awesome features coming to the site that I'm working on. So I'm very excited about that. Let's go ahead and see what these updates today. Let's take a look into that. As wow, the computer has stopped. Okay, so here's the Universal update. Construction projects are moving along. I have a video up about this now, but we have the security hubs we're taking a while to load pictures. But when the pictures load, I'll be able to show you. And the page is still loading. But when it's done, I'll show you pictures of the security hub from last week, last Friday, as well as more details here and more, maybe some theories. We can talk about what's going on. But just gotta go ahead and here we go. All right, so here's the east hub. Look at this. It's gone vertical, and see what's behind here. This building, this shaded building, is a tech services building. Now, they're currently they're getting approvals right now to build a new tech services building on the Z lot, and the Z lot is that flat lot where there's the police station and there's the ET parking structure, a flat lot, and a police station. That's what staging materials we use for then Super Nintendo World there, and they're used for other projects there. That is where the tech services building is going, which is awesome. Then this old one here, can get demolished. Now, there's a massive retaining wall being built. This is where the East Security Hub is going to be. It's where iFly was. They'll kind of come through the Cary Shore parking structure and enter here. I think they're dividing this area so eventually this structure will be demolished, the tech services, and this is either going to be theme park space or the second hotel. I know the second, more budget-friendly hotel was going to go here, or sorry, was planned, at least in the Evolution plan, to go here, something like an Aventura or Cabana Bay style, more resort style, whereas the luxury hotel will be up in front. And I wonder if that's what this is for. I wonder if that's why this wall is going to be so tall, kind of separate the two areas. So kind of separates the hotel path, because maybe they'll go ahead and come through security this way or go around and have their own security. Who knows? But yeah, very, very curious. But the Z-Lot building is just waiting for one more approval, the site plan review to be approved. Then they can start construction on that. That could be open. It's just a one-story, maybe two-story building, so I feel like that could be open in just several months from when they start. Maybe like spring 2026. That the new tech services building could potentially be open. Meaning this right here, this structure could be demolished by spring 2026. So we'll have to see about that. Here is the central hub. Again, this is going to be the elevator area. This is going to be the new shuttle drop off here, and not too much is happening, at least that we can see. But I really want to go ahead, and I'm still trying to visualize how. I mean, I know this on the top of this black part is going to be where the ground floor is. I'm just trying to visualize, how, like, what that's going to look like. It's very, very, very interesting to me. And then over here is another part of central hub. Here's the ADA ramp that's going to get you up to this structure. But then, and then here's what it's going to look like. So we have the east and west are mixed up. It's supposed to be west, so it'll be east. This is one half. Now, thing I can shout out to Zach from Parks Fans, who made this graphic here. And also, this is supposed to open 2026, but many people are guessing by early 2026 when Fast and Furious opens. So keep an eye out for that, which is very interesting because that means they really have to start. Fast and Furious is supposed to open in February 2026. It's July, call it August, because it's basically at the end of July. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. That's about 6 months. So they haven't even started on the Frankenstein hub or the East hub yet. Sorry, West hub yet. Can it really be open in 6 months? I don't know. These other two have been working since January. So it's been 6 months and they're not even close to done. Well, it doesn't look like they're close to done. I don't know. But very interesting. But maybe I still think that maybe one or two will open first of these guys. I think maybe one or two, like maybe these two open first and this one opens last, because I feel like this still has to do with this is kind of intertwined with the hotel. I feel like when the hotel starts, this starts, and maybe people just can't park in Frankenstein, or they have some temporary solution. I don't know, but these two are at least are supposed to be open by 2026, February 2026. This one may open later in 2026, but obviously it's very fascinating because there's no concept art of renderings. Well, there's lead concept art of this one, but there's no like official renderings or concept art or anything. We have side plans, but I it's hard to read the side plan, so I don't know. We will have to let's see. I'll be doing though an in-depth video. I have an in-depth video on this coming out on Wednesday to talk about how it's all gonna work. So make sure to subscribe for that, and see all you guys in the chat. Make sure are you guys viewing right now? Everyone can watch. Only members and super chats and comment. We have 10 super chat goal of 10 super chats. I'll give out 5 memberships if you make that goal there. And if you want to top in the chat and discuss this, and also ask me anything you like, you can become a member by clicking the join button or the subscribe plus button down below. And it's any tier can participate. From the lowest tier, 500. The Magician to the Supreme Sorcerer team. Fast and Furious Ghost of the Poltergeist is going super well. I mean, the car was here. This was yesterday. I mean, today is probably over here because I feel like by tomorrow or certainly by the end of the month, it should be in the station because they're moving really fast. And we have some greenery that appeared. A palm tree has appeared. First of many palm trees has appeared, which is quite nice over here. And what should we call it? It's another closer shot of that palm tree. The extended queue does have some brickwork, and they have supports for the shade cells, aka the extended queue coverings there. This is from I was live. Thank you guys for running this live at the time, but I had older videos of this structure of the retaining wall, but I wanted to put this updated one in here because I was like, oh my god, this is like, I mean, just from Friday to Sunday, because they're working 7 days a week, they're moving fast. They installed these rebar cages already on both sides. They finished the black material. Now installing the rebar cages, and install the rebar cages all over for the concrete pour. But who knows how much they got done today, because this was on Sunday and they're still installing stuff when I was leaving. So that's really, really impressive, in my opinion there. Then at the Mystery Simpsons project, there's some new markers. Found a new white marker here on the Simpsons side. The Simpsons building just right up this road, just like a couple of feet up. It's like a parking garage underneath, and that's what this marker was. So I'm very curious about that. And I made a whole video on that on Friday, and you can check that out. Now, at City Walk, the NBA store looks amazing. I really, really like this. Here you got the So you got the NBA logo, and you got the basketball and the little NBA store sign. I hope these light up very nicely at night, because this is much better than the Abercrombie and Fitch signage. And then we have Mr. Barbecue has some construction walls up, and they fancified it a little bit, put some theming on there, said Mr. Barbecue coming soon, and Raising Cane's still has a lot of material on its patio and working hard. The mac and cheese cones from Epic Universe are here. If you've been seeing all the fuss about them, because they're very, very popular at the Isle of Burke, at Epic Universe, at Universal Orlando, and you don't want to go over there for that, come right over here to Universal Studios Hollywood. They sell them at City Snacks, which is on the upper lot, right by the Universal Plaza, Palace Market, all that place. They have the mac and cheese cones. They have 3 of them. The classic mac and cheese right here, cute little toothless here. Then you have Stormfly. Oh no, that's not Stormfly, but there's one dragon I can't see because of the glare, but that's the Dragonfire chicken spice cone. And then you have up here the brisket mac and cheese cone. Now I don't know if they taste the same as they do in Epic Universe, but you guys can go and let me know. I wanted to do a review with my wife, because I probably won't, not interested in that, but my wife likes mac and cheese, but she even said the mac and cheese didn't look too good, so she didn't try it. But maybe one day I'll get a review from somebody. Yeah. And then on the studio tour, we saw them filming the Odyssey, or setting up. At this point, they're filming Falls, or pouring the water to Falls Lake, and then yeah, the crane here putting up sets, which is awesome. And yeah, that was it. So that was pretty cool. So that was a big update this week. A lot of stuff happening at Universal, and those are our 3 stories for the day. So if you guys have any questions to ask me, you can go ahead and ask me. If you're a member or super chat, you can go ask me anything you want. I'll stay on for a maximum maybe 10 to 15 minutes, but if no one asks me anything, then I'll stay on for like 5 minutes. So yeah, you can ask me whatever you like for the next few minutes. I'll stay on between 5 and 15 minutes, depending on how many questions I have. And don't forget, we still have that super chat goal of 10 super chats. I gave out 5 gifted memberships. That's 10 super chats. I'll give out 5 gifted memberships there. So yeah, but yeah, you can ask me anything you like for the next few minutes. Although make sure to press that like button. It definitely helps out the channel quite a bit and helps out the stream as well. Yeah, tells YouTube that you like the stream, that pushes out to more people, to even more people to join in and join on our fun here that we have on Theme Park Wizard streams here. Thank you guys. I want to thank you guys so much for supporting. Watching every video. If you watch every video, or if you have your favorite updates, thank you guys so much for watching those, because yeah, they are doing pretty well lately. And this last update, like this update today, is doing pretty well. So yeah, it really it's very, very nice, very, very nice. And it shows me that you like what I'm putting out there. And yeah, and I am always trying to improve the channel, improve the videos, improve the output, improve the sound quality, all that good stuff. Oh wow! See, boom, getting 3 subscribers. It's gotta be some. So something. It's confusing. All right, sound for a couple more minutes. Yeah, sound for a couple more minutes. Yeah, so I think I poop over there. Yeah, thank you all for and for those of you just joining. We're on the Ask Me Anything portion. So if you super chat or become a member, you can ask me whatever you like, theme park related, either to the 3 stories of the day, or Halloween Horror Nights, or some other theme park news, whatever you want. You can go ahead and ask me whatever you like. There's this light. I have to turn off this light in future streams. It creates quite the glare. You can see if I'm out of, if I take off the screen, then the virtual background, then it might be a little better. I'll see if that's a little better. No, I don't do all that. I'll go like this. Yeah. And also, like I said, make sure to like that stream, subscribe, and ask me whatever you like. Also, member perks. If you remember, you get lots of awesome perks, such as starting from Master Wizard and above, a members only podcast, and you get like this member only comment on live streams and a whole lot more. So consider becoming a channel member. Yeah. At 7:40, I think I'm gonna head on out if there's no questions. At 7:40, I'll head on out. But you guys again can ask me anything you like, or if I'm gonna stay on, you go ahead and ask me anything you like. And yeah, we'll get you some more member exclusive content is coming up this weekend. Disney open. Yeah, and again, I'll stay until 7:40. 7:40. Let's see here. All right, guys. Well, and thank you guys for watching so much. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back on Wednesday with another video, and on Friday with another video as well. Thanks so much. Bye bye.